Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast, featuring Commissioner Christine King, where all voices are heard.
Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast, where all voices are heard. I am your host, Chairwoman Christine King of the City of Miami Commission and Commissioner for the beautiful District 5. We are here in the historic Lyric Theater filming my podcast, but you can also listen to the podcast on all podcast platforms, and you can watch it on YouTube. Today's guest is Miss Trelana Haines, who is our Interim Code Director, soon to be, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, our Code Director. Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I don't have any complaints today, and even if I did, no one cares. Right?
It's not true.
It is true. It is true. But I asked you to be a guest on the show because I think code is one of the most important departments in the city of Miami. We might have fire and police the same, and then code, because you keep our city in line, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get to being the number one code enforcement officer for the city of Miami?
So my code journey started back in 2015 when I came to the department from the fire department. I was an inspector for 4.5 years, and in 2019 I became a supervisor. 2024 I was asked to be the interim assistant director, and then became the assistant director of operations. And currently, I'm the interim director.
So you've seen all aspects of code from the bottom up.
Yes.
Right? And code is very forward-facing.
Yes.
You interact with the residents of the
Yes.
city of Miami, good or bad.
Both.
There's an interaction. Correct. What would you say is the number one code violation?
It would have to be by area, though.
Okay, District
So,
5.
In D5, D5, your biggest code violation would be graffiti.
Graffiti?
In D5.
Yeah. Yeah. But what
Versus in, let's say, 3 and 4, it's outside storage.
outside storage?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What about maintenance on cars? Because I know we get complaints about that.
We get it, but the residents now are more smarter. You know, they keep it towards the back of the house.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, with us, it's, you know, anything that we can see without trespassing, per se,
right.
past the first layer of your property. So they're getting smarter, and we have to catch it in other avenues.
Ah.
So it's not as high as the most visible things.
Do you also do noise complaints?
Yes. We do noise complaints mainly at night and on the weekends. We're here most days until 1 a.m.
Right.
On the weekends until 3 a.m. So we get all of the club noise, event noise, resident no, you know, neighbor versus neighbor noise. We get them all.
What was your most exciting case?
I think the most exciting one that I had was, as an inspector, was in D5 actually, where we went out to a house fire. They, you know, we get the dispatch from house fires, and you would think, why is code coming to the house fire? It's, you know, that's not fair, but, you know, that's the perception. But we're basically there to help.
Okay.
And we were able to, you know, get the Red Cross involved and get this elderly lady and her handicapped daughter, like right into a house, not just a shelter, but a housing situation.
That's great.
You know, and I think that was the most exciting for me. Like, I like to help people by nature. Like, so anytime I can go to a situation, because again, perception of code is, oh no, here they come. So anytime I could leave a situation where someone is, you know, actually smiling and happy that I was there. It's good for me.
That is because your job is very difficult to manage expectations and personalities,
Yes.
right? Your job is, and I understand how difficult it is, but your department does extraordinary on trying to make the services accessible. There's an after-service hotline, right? You
Yeah,
want
we
to
have a
give that?
hotline.
You want to give that number?
Yeah,
So
the after-hours hotline, it comes on every day Mondays through Friday. It comes on at 5 p.m. and it's on all days, Saturdays and Sundays. It's the 786-457-0995, and that hotline goes directly to an inspector, and someone is going to respond to you within 20 minutes. No matter where you are, as long as you're in the city. I'm sorry.
right, you have to be. It has to be
Yeah,
an
it's
issue
for the
within
city.
the city of Miami boundaries, but you have to make sure that they do respond in 20 minutes because somebody will say, well, Commissioner King, I saw on your Kingdom podcast that if you call the after hours number, inspector's going to call me in 20 minutes, and no one's called me yet. I will get that call if that happens.
And we do have hiccups where, for the most part, they've called outside of the hours. That's why I stated the hours is after 5 Monday through Friday. We'll get the people that say I called and no one answered, and it's Wednesday at 10:30 in the morning. The phone is off. Or it's, Monday morning, 2 a.m., no one's working. So we do get it, and, we filter them out, and, we do the best we can, and that's like one of the KPIs that I use for productivity as well.
What's the KPI?
Key performance measure. Key performance indicator, I'm sorry.
Because, we all don't know these alphabets.
I'm sorry. It's the key performance indicator, and I monitor that. I monitor what time the call was received and what time you got there.
Oh, well, that's good. Keeps everybody honest. Keeps everybody honest. I like that. Now, I recently called code. There was a house that I was afraid was going to catch on fire. It's not an abandoned house, but no one lives there. And the porch was just filled with trash. Like every day, the porch had more trash and more trash and more trash. And I could see that people were loitering there. They didn't live there because they were on the outside. And I called, and you guys cleaned up. I mean, the whole place is clean now. There's no evidence of what I was seeing.
Well, that was with the help of police.
Okay. So you partner with the police department.
The day that we got that call, I believe that's in your area, we got the call. I immediately contacted the neighborhood resource officer for the area, and he immediately contacted the squatter detail. So contact was made with those people within 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's why it was easy for us to get the ball rolling, because we can't do anything with the people there. They have to be the vendors won't service it if they consider it occupied, because it's a safety hazard for them. So once the squatter detail got involved and got them off, we were able to facilitate.
And you guys cleaned up
We didn't clean it.
You have a vendor?
We didn't even have a vendor to do it. We reached out to the owner.
Oh, and the owner?
And we think that the owner has someone to do it, but we didn't even get a chance to touch it, honestly.
Oh, okay. So there was no violation, no fine issued?
No, the violation was issued.
Okay.
However, they complied before their compliance window.
Right.
So.
And that's a good point, because people are afraid of code.
Right.
Like, you get a code violation, but the entirety of the name of this department is code compliance. So even if you got a violation, there's a period where you have an opportunity to cure,
your violation,
fix the violation, and therefore not incur a fine
Correct.
or anything like that.
Correct.
So I think that education of knowing that it's code compliance. You got a violation, but you have an opportunity to correct the violation.
As long as it's a violation.
However, if it's not a violation.
If you get a ticket, that's immediate guilt. You have to pay that. That's an immediate fine.
What would be an example of a ticket? Like, what is a ticketed offense? So
things we normally give tickets for are things that are irreversible. For example, trees. We're not going to give you a time to cure when you don't cut a tree. So that's the biggest thing we give tickets for.
Okay. Yeah, and the city is pretty strict with
Yeah,
its
we
trees.
love our trees.
We love our trees. We love our tree canopy, and we don't want to see anything happen to that. So, yes, I understand that. What about illegal dumping?
Illegal dumpings get tickets as well.
You get a ticket for that. Now, what if someone illegally dumps in front of my home? It wasn't me. What happens in that scenario?
So in most cases, if you're at the residence, like we normally go knock on the door to see what happens. You know, if you knew it was there. Now, if you tell us, oh, somebody put it there, then we go dig in there and see where it came from.
Okay.
And we'll cite whatever piece of mailing, packaging, things of that sort that comes from that pile. We also urge people, like, say you're at work all day and, you know, you come home and you find a pile. We urge you to call 311 and let them know someone illegally dumped in front of my property. That 311 call goes directly to our code check system, and when we put the address in, it'll show that you called in and said it wasn't you.
Okay. So even if you don't speak to someone at 311, call it in to have evidence that you did call to say this wasn't me, and eventually you'll be able to find that call.
Yes.
And show that it was for this address, this date, this time.
Right. And even if you can't speak to someone, 311 has now the 311 app where you can do it over online, and it also gives you a service request number.
Now, this 311 app, this is for the city of Miami and Miami-Dade County?
It's all of Miami-Dade County.
It's all of Miami-Dade County. So does it take a while for you to receive the communication?
From what I've seen, it updates every 8 hours.
Okay.
So once they throw on one operator, because the operators are Miami-Dade County, but we do have city staff that have access to 311. So the last I knew it was every 8 hours it updates.
Well, that's good to know also, because I do get a lot of folks coming to me with code violations. Do you have a overgrown grass?
Yes.
Yes. That's a violation?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the opportunity to cure that,
Yes.
cut your grass?
Yes.
Okay. What else? Like, if there was one thing you could tell the residents to do or not do, what would that be?
Ask questions.
Ask questions?
Always ask questions.
Do you guys do workshops?
We have, since I've been there, what we are starting to do is become more involved with the homeowners associations.
That's a good idea.
Of the area. So we're asking, we're reaching out to homeowners associations asking, hey, please let us know when you're having your meetings so that we could attend your meetings and, talk to more constituents. We're partnering with the Human Services Department. So we do ride-alongs with them.
Okay.
In the areas that they service, to get an idea so that people also see code and know exactly what we do. Because we get to talk to a lot of property owners that complain about the homeless people, being a part, on their property.
Right.
So, human services helping them with the homeless, we also answer code questions for them, let them know what they can, what they cannot do, what they may need a permit for, what's allowed in their business, what's not. So, outreach is what we're working on.
That's a really good tool to have, that outreach, going to HOAs, because you're able to share your message with more people. I love that. I love that idea. That's a good. Do you guys have a website as well?
Yeah, we have a website.
What's your website?
You go to the Miami Gov website, and in the search bar put in code compliance.
And it'll come up with your department?
With the code compliance, the staff directory. We have a chat box for people that are not, computer savvy. You could just type in a question in the chat box. We'll either direct you or answer the question if it has the data to do it. But yes, we do have the website. The City of Miami website does host a page for code compliance.
Oh, that's great. And I'll share that. We could maybe do a post on it on our social medias to continue to spread the word, because that seems very user-friendly to me. And I find that once someone is educated about code compliance, it makes everyone's life a little easier because you understand.
And it also helps us.
Yes.
So, you have that one person that, we gave a violation to, and they come in and we help them fix it. They're more prone to go tell people, hey, you shouldn't do that. Because
share a good story.
Yes. You shouldn't do that, and I learned, that if you put this out at a certain time, it affects, the sewer. People, word of mouth helps.
Yes, it really does. That's the best advertising, word of mouth.
Yes.
It is the perfect advertising. What are some of your challenges?
My challenges right now for the department is really internal stuff. I mean, we don't have any, per se, external challenges.
Okay.
So.
Well, you're about to get a brand new office.
Yes.
Thanks to.
And that was one challenge that we had internally.
I know. Spacing has been a problem for you for a long time.
Yes.
Thanks to the chairwoman of the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA.
And we love her.
That would be me, everybody. I'm happy to share my office with Code Compliance, and we are renovating a space that's owned by the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA, and it's a lovely space. I did a walkthrough the other day. I think we're going to have a ribbon cutting soon, and you guys will have a permanent home, and that's going to live beyond me. That's going to outlive me, right? So you guys will be there in this great space for next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And that's one accomplishment that I'm proud of.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, you started before this. We shared the Legion Park office with you. So we appreciate it for, like, as you said, for a long time. We have had 3 of our field offices displaced.
Yes.
So with the closing of, NET, we lost out on satellite offices, and it kind of affected us because it was hard to keep up with everybody.
Right.
And it was, hard to, facilitate things that we needed to. But again, you always gave us a place, and we love you for that. And with this gift that you've given us, we're going to have 2 of our offices with a permanent home.
I love that. Are you going to be in that office?
I'll have a space there.
You have a space there. So, and that's great because you're right in the community, so people can just walk in if they have questions, and I think that's it. It's going to further the mission of the manager's mission is whatever it takes, right? His mission is, I think it furthers his mission because this gets you closer to whatever it takes. Because you can't serve the community from behind a desk. You have to get out and be in the community. And I learned that from one of my mentors, Miss Lily Williams. She's since passed away. But she said, Christine, you can't serve the community from behind a desk reading a newspaper. And I said, yes, ma'am. She wasn't talking to me. She wasn't talking about me. She was telling me about someone else. And I completely agreed with her. And it has stuck with me all of these years. Yeah.
I agree. Because I'm that person. So they know me as, they call me boots on the ground, because they'll call me and say, hey, we just got this. And I'm like, okay, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Not I'm sending someone. I'm on my way.
Right.
Because I believe, let me see it. Let me, let me. I want to know how can I assist as well.
Would you be up to maybe training some of my staff so that they could identify, like maybe doing a workshop so that they could know some of the violations that they can identify themselves and report?
Sure.
That might be a good help.
Sure.
I would love that too.
Let's set it up.
Let's do that. You see, through conversations, good ideas are born. Good ideas are born.
And your staff, don't doubt your staff now. Your staff is very well rounded.
I know.
They're very well rounded.
I
now
know.
they don't doubt them.
They're on the ball.
I could pull some of them and use some of them now. They real well rounded.
I'm happy to hear that because, and I say this all the time, I think my staff loves service as much as I do. They take it as seriously as I do. And our job what we do in the community is a reflection of how they care.
Mhm.
You know, because I can't do everything, and I wouldn't be where I am, who I am without them, right? I'm as good as my team,
Mhm.
and my team is amazing, I think.
They are.
Thank you. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, right? You're not supposed to think about them
Oh,
for
okay.
too long. What's your favorite book?
Oh, the book I'm reading now, The Art of War.
The Art of War. That is a good book. That is a good book. Okay. Do you have a favorite song?
Not really. I
What?
don't really listen to music.
What?
I don't really listen to
What?
music. I don't.
What?
I don't.
I don't understand that.
I know.
You don't listen to music?
Not really.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. You don't listen gospel music?
I do.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to give you some grace. You
Yeah,
listen to-
I'll listen to gospel, but as far as like, you know, how you get in the car and you turn the radio on, I don't do that. I want it quiet.
You know, me too.
And like, you know how when you're at a party or
Mm-hmm.
things of that sort, I'll go in a corner because I don't want to hear the music.
So I don't go to a lot of parties, so that's not my testimony. I love music, though. Before I got elected, on my way into work, I would not listen to music or anything. But I do listen to music in the car, going home. I listen to music when I'm running, when I'm walking. I love music. I love, love, love music.
Yeah, I'm sure for it.
Okay, then. All right. If you could give your younger self advice, what would you tell little Trelana?
Don't rush things. Meaning, in all aspects of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Life, everything. Don't rush things.
Patience.
Yes.
Trust the process.
Please.
Because I hear that a lot. Be patient. Trust the process. Okay. If you could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would you want to break bread with?
My mom.
I'm going to leave that at that.
Yep.
I'm going to leave that at that, which is always a great thing. I'm going to leave that at that. Because, okay. So, how do you see code moving forward?
Hopefully, my biggest thing I've been working on is getting everyone on one accord.
Mhm.
We have people from what I like to call different eras of code.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I've been in the department now 10 years.
Okay.
So we've been through 7 directors.
In
So-
10 years?
Yeah. So we have different eras of, I call them different eras, but it's basically depending on when you came in, the training that you received is different from the people before
Right.
you. So I want to get everybody on the same accord. Like I want us to be one band, one sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
so-
funny you say that, because that's one of our mottos. One
Yeah,
band, one sound.
That's what I'm working towards.
Mhm.
That's my personal, vision for the department.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good vision. That's a good vision. And I can understand that because director number 1 did things this way. Director number 2 did things this way. Director number 3 did it a different way. And so if you learned the first way, you may be
Right.
stuck with that way. And that's the way you know that's
And
what you're
that's the way you
accustomed
think
to.
it's right,
And that's,
and
yes.
We
yes.
we have all kind of confusion because
And also, things change.
exactly,
And we are growing.
and we evolve every
And we
day.
evolve. So what happened, how you did something 10 years ago doesn't necessarily fit in today's,
Exactly.
I get it. Because 10 years ago you didn't have a 311 app,
No.
right?
10 years ago we didn't do noise complaints. 10 years ago we didn't have an inspector per zone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have, I'm honored to say that I have veterans as Like I have inspectors that have been here 30 years. I actually have 2
Really?
that have been here 30 years. And they're full of knowledge. They're full of, but they spicy, So all the way up until the inspectors that I just hired 3 months ago. So we're very diverse and, yeah.
Would you consider your job dangerous?
It can be. I wouldn't outright call it dangerous. It can be.
Dealing with the public.
Yeah, dealing with the public anywhere, can be dangerous. For me, it's all about your approach.
Right.
So, D5, we got one of the roughest places ever.
It is not.
Listen, from a code point of view, people are like, oh, D5. But I call it the boots on the ground. If you can work D5, I trust you to go everywhere. You get everything in D5 versus, some areas vary. So you get everything in D5.
Right.
It's the perfect training tool.
It is because we have everything. I think D5 is the most diverse district in the city of Miami.
Yeah, we call it the melting pot.
Yeah, you have everything. We are absolutely the melting pot. Well, we're coming to a close of this episode of the Kingdom Podcast. Is there anything that you want to share with my listeners and my viewers that you haven't said so far, that we haven't covered?
Don't be afraid of code. That's the most, I want people to, if you get anything from this, just get anything, just be take that code is not enforcement. It's all not about enforcement.
Compliance.
We want to educate you first.
Yes.
We want to help you.
I love that. Did you hear that? Code is here to help. It's code compliance,
It's
not code enforcement. Code compliance. Get to know your code inspector. Ask questions. Don't be afraid of our code inspectors. Well, thank you for being a guest on the Kingdom Podcast, and thank you for being my friend. And I love you. And this is another episode of the Kingdom Podcast in the can. Thank you, everyone.